Alright, good morning, Anarchy Nation. Had a bit of a scuffle moment there, but we're here, we're ready. Gonna have a Nazi killing filled morning. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. This game has some built-in waiting time, so I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna load our saves. Let's load. And we're gonna get started with a countdown here. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into the middle of it. This is Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. This is a 2017 sequel to Machine Games' 2014 game, Wolfenstein the New Order. There's a lot going on. That game, if you've ever played it, is very action-filled. We'll talk about it a little bit more as we get into it. This game is the direct sequel. It does not play around. It says direct sequel. We are right in the middle of it. We are playing as our hero, BJ Blazkowicz. We are going to fight our way through the Nazis in the United States, US of A. So if you've ever played this game is very lore-heavy. There's a lot of cutscenes. This game in particular likes to go heavy with the in-game cutscenes. So we'll have about 3.5 of those throughout the course of this run. And I'll use that to catch us up on lore and things like that. So as we get started here, as I said, we're in the middle of it. At the end of the first game, BJ pretty much got blown up. He should not be alive right now. But by baffling Christendom, this guy is still kicking. He's still alive, in a wheelchair and all. So what we're doing here is we're going to make our way through the submarine. This is the Eva's Hammer. In the middle of Wolfenstein the New Order, we basically took it over from the Nazis and made that our new base of operations after the old Chryso headquarters got taken over and raided. So this is our new base of operations. Of course, the villain of this game, Frau Engel, is we're going to get to know her really well. Also lovingly refer to her as Meemaw, Becky with the bad jaw, however you will. We're going to get to know her really well. She can't let things lie, so she's found us. She's ordered a raid on our base of operations here. BJ, despite being in a wheelchair, being half dead, we can't let that slide. So we're going to make our way through here. Gotta make sure our crew is alright. We have some of the coolest sections of this game here, the wheelchair sections. Try to make our way through. Also coming up, we're going to see the only environmental kills in this entire run. Do that, get those 2 environmental kills. It's very cool, only happens one time at the very beginning, the entire run. So.
Find a way to reverse the belt and get up to the cell platform elevator. Alright, belt reversed. Up we go.
Alright, we're going to make our way up here, and that's going to be the end of the first section of the game, first chapter. I don't even know what this is actually officially called, but in my splits it's just, he lives, because, you know, he lives. So yeah.
Get off, buddy! William, are you alright?
We're going to get reintroduced to our Pookie, Anya. We met her, of course, in the New Order. Love her. She's great. Of course, because things can't, you know, be great. Here we've got our main villain for this game, Frau Engel. Her face is recovered since, you know, we kind of cleaved it in 2 in the last game. Of course, she's mad about it, so she's going to make that everyone's problem throughout the course of this game. So again, this is the 2017 sequel to The New Order, which came out in 2014. This is the 3rd game in Machine Games' revival of the Wolfenstein franchise. Wolfenstein is one of the oldest FPS games out there. The older, you know, lesser-known brother of Doom. Wolfenstein 3 was my first ever speed game. However, I've kind of grown up in the modern FPS era, so I've grown to really love these games. So this is the 3rd game. They made the New Order, of course, and then right after that, 2015, they made a sort of spin-off prequel-esque game, The Old Blood, which is also a pretty good play. And then there's a sequel to this game, which came out in, I believe, 2019, which is Wolfenstein Youngblood, which is definitely one of the most games of all time. But I think it's alright. Again, this is going to be one of the many at least 3.5 or so really long cutscenes in this game. So we're kind of just gonna be chilling out here for the next couple of minutes. Um, like I said, this game really likes to dump exposition, so sometimes you kind of just gotta sit here. Um, I will note here, by the way, that's Caroline, friend from the first game. Frauengel does not pull her punches. This next section is going to be a little bit gory. Unfortunately, Caroline, our beloved, is going to lose her head in a minute, so if you're sensitive to that, I would look away.
Aber das tue ich doch. Ich befreie ihren Kopf von ihren Schultern.
Aber du hast gesagt, dass
Aber
du
du
sie
hast gesagt, du machst eine Leibesübung und du verzichtest auf den Zucker. Was haben wir
Also, by the way, you
miteinander
might
zu
notice there in that corner, that's Wyatt, by the way. One of the cool things about Wolfenstein The New Order was that the game actually had a branching storyline mechanic. Depending on who at the beginning, you had the choice to either save Wyatt or Fergus. In that game, for the speedrun, we save Wyatt because his timeline is much faster than Fergus's is because of the lockpicking mechanic. This game does still carry on the branching storyline, though it's much more lore-based rather than gameplay-based. We still pick Wyatt just because I don't know, he's cool. And also, the legendary weapon from that game, there's a different version of it in this game, which is kind of better for the speedrun. Not by that much, but it's cool. So we've got Wyatt again. He's pretty cool. His lore in this game is also pretty hilarious. We're gonna be skipping most of the cutscenes besides these, of course, in-game ones that we can't skip. Although I will say I've made a recent development. There is actually a mod that allows you to fast forward through these cutscenes. Did not know that was a thing. It seems to have only been released as of like last year. So I think that is a category I will be working on for this game because one of the things about this game, the speedrun is great, but the cutscenes, the in-game cutscenes, are really, really annoying and can be a turnoff, I think, for a lot of people. So I'm going to be pioneering that, seeing what we can do with the cutscene skip mod. I think that'll be really cool. So once again, Caroline's going to lose her head in a moment here. So again, if you're sensitive to that, Frauengel's also going to do some weird stuff with it after. So that the next part I'll try and look away for, but yeah.
I think you're just another.
Rip in peace, Caroline. Are good.
Übermach den Meister! Look at this! How strange!
I have to say one of the great things about this series is that Machine Games does not pull any punches with making all of the characters in this game, especially the antagonists, Nazis, being like the most awful people you've ever met in your life. Frauengel is like certified the weirdest person alive. So there are an infinite wealth of reasons to dislike her. So I'm gonna look away right here for this part because, like I said, Frauengel's weird.
Oder vielleicht lieber hier unten, hä?
This is also her daughter, by the way. This is Sigrun. So yeah.
Zwing mich nicht. Zwischen dir und meiner Überzeugung zu wählen. Und du wirst finden.
Alright, so there we go. We've got the checkpoint there. We're gonna start moving here in a minute.
Also another friend of yours.
Still got another minute and a half or so, 2 minutes of cutscene plus waiting for them to do stuff, but we'll finally get a little bit of action here. Alright, baller. Alright, so here's where we're gonna get introduced to the power suit, which is a piece of ancient Jewish technology that they unearthed in the first game. There's a lot of stuff that comes from the first game. Basically, it allows you to, I don't know, I don't even know what you would describe it as. It's a power suit, I guess, gives you power. Caroline over there, she was actually a paraplegic. She was in a wheelchair in the first game. Couldn't walk, but after we found the power suit, she was able to get back in the fold, get back in the action, which is pretty cool. So that's why BJ is able to, you know, do BJ things now that we've got the power suit.
What a mess!
Make it quick.
What? Hey, I'm no cold-blooded killer.
Also to explain Wyatt's storyline, I guess, in this timeline, Wyatt gets his ear sliced off in that little piece of in that little interaction there. In the Fergus timeline, Fergus actually gets his entire arm like chopped off, which is crazy. I actually rather like Fergus's like timeline. It's actually really funny. But like I said, Wyatt's gun in this timeline is just really good. So plus I guess it makes sense if we're gonna do the Wyatt timeline in the first game, we'll do it in this game too. So now we're finally gonna get into the action. We're gonna go running around. Oh, we missed the. Oop. There we go. Controls are a little bit different here, but that's fine.
Together, Wyatt. Need you to step up now.
So this is also the Auschwitzer. I forgot to explain that. This is Frau Engel's giant submarine or airship, the opposite of a submarine. Her giant airship fortress thing. So she got us taken as prisoner here. Gonna run in there. So basically, we're just gonna try and navigate around. This game likes to do things in loops, so we're gonna loop around back to where we started. We have to. They've got the submarine in. It's kind of like a big old magnet. You'll see in the cutscene that we skipped.
Like they taught us back in boot camp.
So we gotta go release it.
Take out the commanders
Step
first.
right. Open up here. Basically, we gotta go through like all the sections of the ship, which is really long and really complicated. But that's okay. Throw this grenade in here. We're gonna look this way, so we're gonna get knocked over. It's gonna blow up. We'll run back in here.
Myself a new exit.
There we go. Run past these guys. Basically, what we're going to do now is we're gonna go turn that big old magnet off. Put this guy in our way. Okay, awesome. Alright, so next we're just gonna make our way back to where we came from. We had to go on a really long trip just to turn a big old magnet off,
Back to
but
our
that's cool.
people.
So turn around. We're gonna shoot this soldat in the back here.
Stick around.
Oh, I ran out of ammo. That's awesome.
So I can keep your wings
Unlucky.
a little longer.
Usually what we do, they have big old gas tanks on their back, which will explode if you shoot them. It's kind of like a weak point. I ran out of ammo there, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's all good. And here, shoot this guy in our way. And we're going to go to the outside section, which is pretty cool. You also see in this game, which is kind of different to the two older games, is that there's a very heavy emphasis on dual wielding in this game. In the first game, oh, trying to jump up here. I'm gonna get knocked over probably. Oh, I didn't. That's awesome. There's a heavy focus on dual in this game. I can't remember which id engine this is. It's they're either on 5 and 6 or 6 and 7. I can't remember. But this game feels a lot smoother to control. And it also, because of the changes to gunplay physics, it makes the dual wielding feel a lot better. In the first game, dual wielding feels really, really clunky, and you're kind of like not incentivized to sort of utilize it. In this game, it feels so much better. So we're gonna be dual wielding. We've got like double the cars going on here, which is cool. But anyway, we've just done that big old loop. We've released the U-boat, so we're gonna get back on. So we're gonna leave here. Sigrun's gonna come with us.
We have to go!
And that's the second level. They're done. Okay, so
William, you have to find the transmitter and shut it down, or the depth charges will rupture our hull.
alright, so that was the diesel craftwork. That's gonna be our signature
We've made a
weapon.
mistake. On the
for
floor
this game.
plan, section F just looks like a little laundry room.
Slide through
We
here.
looked for it when we first searched
Nope.
the U-boat after you captured it, but we didn't see the entrance door. And with all the things we were worrying
We're gonna
about
blow it
back
up. We're gonna
then,
do cool little,
I suppose we
little
didn't bother
skip
looking too
thing here.
closely.
We're gonna jump up
But
here.
now
We're gonna
I've
move as
re-examined
far
the floor
to the.
plan.
Oh, I missed it.
There's a
We're
reference
gonna jump
to
up here. We're gonna move as far to the
completely
left as we can,
different
so we can
document.
sprint.
The engineering map of
There we go. So
section
we
F.
can jump up over there
I'll
and
report
skip the
back as soon as I
little
find it.
section there. So by the way, this is section F.
William, I found the
This is a
engineering map.
hidden section of the U-boat here. What happened in the first place, how Frown was able to find us, is that when we captured this U-boat in the first game, essentially there was this hidden section that nobody knew about. and there's been hidden Nazis in there broadcasting radio signal this entire time,
Be careful,
which is
William.
really not cash money.
No telling how many
So we're gonna go
Nazis
down
could be
there,
hiding
destroy
in
them,
there.
and call it a day.
William, those Nazis have been surviving in there ever since you captured the U-boat 5 months ago.
This here.
They...
Caroline, don't think I'm gonna make it.
That was quite okay. What we're gonna do here now
Thanks, baby.
is we're gonna jump up here. Okay, we're gonna jump up here. We're gonna destroy that. We're gonna run through here.
Thank you,
Call that a
William.
day.
The Asmets is losing track of us now. Find your way back to the locker room. Combate will let you out of there.
I'll try to conserve my ammo here on the Diesel Crawford. That's the cool gun. We're gonna use that for a cool little kind of skip thing. This category is glitchless, by the way, so we're not gonna be doing any of the cool out-of-bound things that exist. One of the cooler clips in this game. There's not a whole lot of glitches in this category. The difference in time between road records is only 3 minutes or so, so it doesn't make that much of a difference. But you can do some cool sort of out-of-bound stuff. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and make our way out of Section F here, and do the first of a handful of sort of like home base missions. The first game had these as well, where we kind of just do stuff, random little slice of life almost type stuff in the Chrysler headquarters. So we're gonna do that here on the submarine as well. Okay, so what we wanted to do here is there's this drone. We need to destroy it. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna use the nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do. What we did there was we used the diesel craftwork,
Seth's gotta be more careful with his
which can
experiments.
this is basically a big old grenade, diesel grenade launcher, and we use that to destroy the drone from a distance. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to run up to it and destroy it, and run all the way through that course there. But we can just use a diesel craftwork to skip that, which is really swag. One of the funny things about going fast in this game, which is pretty cool, is because the game doesn't intend for you to go that fast, a lot of the dialogue will overlap sometimes. So as we saw with Seth there, he didn't even finish having his conversation with us before we ran away and did the other stuff we needed to do. Okay, awesome. So as I said before, this game takes place in the US of A, and basically what we're going to do is liberate some places in the United States rather than Europe. So the first section of this is Manhattan, New York, which is cool. There we go. My controls are a little bit different here, but that's fine. I have some pretty jank controls for this game. But what we're going to do is we're going to make our way through here. We're looking for an underground resistance cell. Well, I guess that's kind of ironic, actually, as we'll see when we get there. We're going to make our way to the resistance cell. We're going to rescue them. We're going to bring them with us.
Watch out for the Nazi search parties is what I was going to say.
Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go through here. We're not going to fall down because that would be really bad. But we're cooling. Make our way here. Okay. Alright, what we're not going to do is we're not going to soft lock the game. That would be really bad. What you can do is if you miss that jump right there, you can get stuck in the geometry there, in between those, like, I guess, pipe-looking things. You can get stuck there, which is not awesome. We're chilling. We're going to make our way through the famous New York subways.
Walk to the state building. Caroline.
We're going to kill these dogs. Oh, I missed that one. That's okay, though. We're going to make our way through these subways. We're moving trains around. We also got some dogs chasing us, which is not very swag. Should be alright, though. Okay, nice. Break that open. Getting the upgrade part. What I talked over before was this game does have an upgrade system. And we're going to be utilizing that for some upgrades down the line. Some important ones, what we picked up there was the extended tank for the diesel craftwork, which allows us to hold double the ammo of it normally, which is going to be good for later. We need that in particular for a little slice of life section in the submarine. We're going to need to refuel the choppers that we have. and it takes 20 of the ammo. You would have to stop and refill your diesel car for 2 times. To waste time rather than just getting the upgrade there. There's enough upgrades along the path as well, which is cool too. So,
Oh, they're zooming away. Wait.
William, why you just left? I don't know where. If you are on Fifth Avenue, the state building should be near.
Come to test the old man's metal.
we'll run through these blasted out buildings here. There's gonna be another dog.
Find a way to reach the top
We're
of
gonna
the
hope it
state
doesn't
building
knock
and
me
make
over. That would
contact
suck
with the
really
resistance
bad.
group. Look for elevators,
Should be
stairs,
cool here as
anything.
long as we keep
The
moving.
radiation
Don't get
levels
stuck on
should be
anything.
acceptable at the top of the building.
Unlucky. That's fine though.
Careful, eyes on you. Every second.
Oop, there we go. Alright, one thing I will note is that the button to skip the cutscenes in this game is different than the first 2 games. In the first 2 games, use E, which is like the interact like main button here. In this game, it's escape, which also opens the main menu.
Nice.
So if I do that, you'll just know that I suck and I messed it up. We're gonna do the main upgrades for this game here. We're gonna take 3 of them. Those are the only 3
Should
we're
get
gonna
to
need
work
for this
on
entire run,
upgrading my weapons.
and we can just pick them up right there. So next we've got a bit of an arena here. Our resistance cell, as I said, it was kind of ironic. Call them underground resistance cell because they're actually based up in the old, I think it's the old Empire State Building. I also forgot to note that one of the reasons that and this is an alternate timeline game, so in this world the Nazis have taken over, they rule everything here. One of the reasons that they won is because they beat the Allies to the atomic arms race. So they sort of blew everything up and just decided they were going to win. So we've been in a blasted out New York here, giving very Fallout-y vibes. We're going to shoot our way through this arena here. Some of the upgrades we took, by the way, these are our submachine guns. The upgrades that we took for this were the nail gun and the drum magazine. The drum magazine is so we can hold more ammo. And then the nail gun, I don't actually know for sure what exactly this upgrade does, but I believe that it does more damage to robots. So it's kind of important here for these drones here. I think those are going to be the things that move the section along for the fastest. Alright, so we're bullets still adding up. Cool, should be one more here. There we go, blow up his diesel tank. Alright, so that should be that section, nice. And then we're going to switch to the assault rifle storm area here. That's going to be our main gun for the rest of this run. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into this helicopter and we're not going to miss. Awesome. It is very easy to mistime that jump and miss. So took care there to make sure that we're in the right spot. We didn't jump too early. But there we go, we've just rescued the Manhattan Resistance cell there. We're introduced to 2 new characters. Of course, we skipped the cutscenes though because we're too cool for cutscenes. And we rescued Grace, who is one of the coolest characters in any game ever. I think she's awesome. And then Super Spesh, who is her husband. He's a cool conspiracy theorist-esque guy. He's really awesome. And then they also have a daughter named Abby, who shows up in the sequel to this game, Youngblood, which is pretty cool. Next, we're going to be making our grand return back to Section F. It's now flooded because we did some stuff down here to make sure that the Nazis down here were dead. So we're going to go back down here. What we're doing now is, because this was a Nazi submarine, of course there's nuclear warheads aboard. We're going to use that to stick it to the man. And we're going to blow the Nazi stuff up later down the line. But first we got to go get the warhead. So we're going to go down here and go get that. Oop. Okay. This is also one of the sections that BJ is kind of alone for. Because as I said in the at the very beginning, BJ should really not be alive. He was pretty much dead at the end of the first game. And the only thing that's keeping alive right now is basically being this parachute. So there are a couple sections where BJ spends time monologuing to Caroline, his last friend. They were kind of besties. So he's kind of upset about dying. Also, if you didn't see earlier, Anya's also pregnant with twins. So BJ's kind of like really upset he's like, I'm gonna die before my kids get here.
Let nothing show, Caroline.
Okay.
This dying is
So
making
yeah.
me a liar.
We're gonna see if I can make this jump here. There's this jump to save a teensy bit of time. Oh, I missed it. I think I've only ever hit that jump one time. It's like absurdly hard to hit for like no reason. It doesn't save that much time, but it is cool if you can hit it. So we're gonna make our way down here and get this warhead.
Grace, I found the nuclear warhead.
Beep beep.
Tip top. Bring it to the old man. Set was it? I briefed him on the particulars.
Okay, awesome. So now we're just gonna go talk to Grace real quick before we get into the next chapter of the game here. Oh, actually, I lied. What we're gonna do before that, actually, is we're gonna refuel the chopper, what I was talking about earlier, why we got the extended tank. I think I messed it up a little bit. What you can do is you can pick up ammo in the penthouse to refill it, so that when you get here, all you have to do is refuel the chopper and then refuel the craft rope and call it a day. I forgot to do that though, which is awesome. So we're just gonna refill it, then refill the chopper, then refill it again, which is fine. We're not actually gonna refuel it all the way. We just need enough for 2 shots later. We're gonna fill it up to at least half though, just for some safety strats there.
Should let Grace know.
Alright, we're gonna fill this up to 10 or so, and then get a move on.
I can feel the dust popping up my throat.
What's up, man?
Okay, baller. Alright, so that's that. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna go to the Nazi Oberkommand Center, and we're gonna use that nuclear warhead that we picked up to blow them up. Quick KKK jump scare, real quick. So this is in Roswell, New Mexico.
Look for Papa Joe's all-American
It's July
diner.
4th.
Meet super
Rather
special
this
inside the
this
restaurant.
being the
Do not
American
break
Independence
cover.
Day, this is now celebrated as the day that the Nazis conquered the United States. So they call it Victory Day. So there's Nazis everywhere. It's kind of crazy, not gonna lie.
Joe's all-American.
So this is gonna be another section
My kind of
where we're kind of just gonna chill for a second. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bomb. We're gonna go blow up their big command center that's in Area 51, which is kind of cool. We're disguised as a fireman right now because BJ, as you can see, he's kind of wanted really badly all over and everywhere, as the Nazis have declared him a terrorist.
Have a seat at the counter. Be right with you. Ma'am, what'll it be? We're about to close, unfortunately.
So that's Super Special, by the way. Cool, one of the cooler characters in this game. He's very funny.
Blazkowicz.
So yeah.
Special knows you're coming to attack the Oberkommando, but he has no idea you bringing a damn atom bomb.
We are
You
indeed
gotta
bringing
break
an
in
atom
the
bomb.
news.
Hello?
Come on, Peter, let's go someplace else. But Mom, no buts.
Oh! Bitte schön.
I will say that despite the
Good day, ma'am.
subject matter of this game does manage to be like,
One
really
strawberry
funny
milkshake,
at times.
please.
This particular interaction,
Oh, I hope
Is
you don't
a-
have
it's a
fire
good
back
one.
there to put out. If so, I'll come back another time. I'm sure the fire can wait, Commandant. One strawberry milkshake coming right up. Fireman, I recognize
I
your
recognize
face.
your face.
Very Aryan face it is too.
I wonder why he might do
You on
that.
Station 1? There you come.
I wonder why he might
Oh,
recognize
vielen
our
Dank.
face. But anyway, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a cooler Easter egg. So he's gonna ask us, show us our identification
Show me
papers.
your identification papers.
And you can do that, you will have to kill him though. But what we can do instead is a cooler Easter egg. If you press the melee button. Okay, we're just gonna show him his papers. What you can do if you press the melee button is you can actually whack him over the head with the bomb, which is really funny. I forgot my key, the original default keybind for this.
I love strawberry.
So we're not gonna do that. So we're gonna lose a little bit of time
That's
here.
my favorite American thing.
So it's all good.
So simple. Just milk and ice cream. The rest of the menu, however, I think you will need to address. I think it needs to be more German. Yes.
As you see, what we can do is we
Tell
can
me.
just kill him off the rip.
Are you from here, John Smith?
So it saves a lot of time. We don't have to go through this entire
I
situation.
read here that you operate
but
out of Station 6.
It's all chill.
What's the location of Station 6? I'm unfamiliar with this station. Speak up.
Kommandant, Sie werden vom Oberkommando verlangt.
So he's gonna try and leave.
War das nicht Zeit?
Of course we
Grad
can't
noch
let
meine
him leave.
Erdbeermilch.
Or actually, I think he is gonna leave. It's been so long since I've actually watched this entire cutscene. This game is, I will note, is a great casual playthrough game.
In Ordnung. Ich komme
All
schon.
of the games in the series really. If you haven't played them, I think you should. They're great. So he's gonna leave.
Mein Gott.
Actually, I lied.
Oh mein Gott, das bist du.
Whoa. Okay, we're gonna shoot him.
Blazkowicz, shut the fucking
Okay,
front door!
so now we're gonna go ahead and go to the nerve center here. I'll chill though.
Not that I don't trust you, Blazkowicz. There's nothing saying you couldn't be wearing a mask made to look like William.
Alright. So now we're gonna go through another little monologue section. We're gonna go
Going
down
down that
into
tunnel, and you'll end up at the Area 52 cargo train loading
Over
depot.
Commando.
Fastest way to Area
We're
52
gonna get our
will be
guns
to hitch a
out.
ride
This is
on
one of the
those cargo
sections where,
trains.
for whatever reason, you're supposed to kind of just be walking down here, having your little moment to yourself. But we want to have our guns out and ready for when we go do this. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run through here. We're gonna take a train or super
You
train
think they can see on
down there. Then we're
Without
gonna
your
go all the
wings,
way
I
up. We're
would
gonna
fall.
take the bomb up there, go shove it in there, and then go. So what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna fall off of here and die because that would be
Oh, what the hell?
okay. What you
They
can
got
do
rocket
there
trains now.
is there's a endless pit down there you can fall into and die. Also, not going to. Okay. There's a dog right there. You can knock your animation there. Don't want that to happen. Jump up here. Awesome. So what can happen while we want to have our guns out there to begin with is if that dog locks you into an animation there, if you don't have a gun out, the game will freak out and will put an invisible gun in your hand because you're supposed to have a gun in the animation, and it will put an invisible gun in your hand. You can't shoot the dog, so you kind of just get soft locked a little bit, which is not cash money. Anyway, we're gonna make our way through this train here. Or shoot this guy here. This guy's out of our way. We're gonna make our way up here. So there's two super racks.
Stick this in your pipe and smoke it.
And then we're gonna get our guns out. That was a shotgun we picked up as well. We're not gonna be utilizing that a whole lot. We're gonna hit this. Awesome. Now we're gonna do a little mini arena here. So as we see, there's this really big elevator up there that we have to wait to come all the way down here. Alright, so one of the reasons why we picked up the upgrades for the assault rifle is because it is basically, for normal enemies, with the scope, it is like a one-shot kill. And with two of them, yeah, it kind of just destroys enemies. Even the super soldat, we absolutely destroy.
Directly above the cavernous vault with all that alien shit inside. You gotta haul your ass on up there, baby.
One of my favorite quotes. So yeah, we have to kind of just wait for this elevator to get down here, which is not awesome. But utilizing this, we are going to do a cool little escape adjacent thing here. We're going to wait for this to come down here. We are going to quick save just in case. Don't want to fall. That would suck. Okay, our save. So what we're going to do, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to wait for this elevator to come all the way down here. Then you're supposed to wait for it to go all the way back up. Nice. Okay, so what we can do instead is we can just jump over here onto the rails of the elevator and just run up here ourselves instead of waiting for the elevator, which is really long and really slow. That jump is very easy to miss also, so I'm glad we got that first try. That's why we quick save there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take the bomb that we had earlier, we're going to shove it right here in the I think this is
What you gotta do is place it in Oberkommando's nuclear reactor.
Yeah, we're gonna put it
That
right
way
in
the
the
Nazis
reactor
won't be able to
here,
track its radiation
so that way
signature.
we're able to get away with it. No problem.
They won't find it, they won't disarm it.
That was cool. So now we're just gonna run out of here, like that didn't happen, and go be on our merry
Get the
way.
hell out of Dodge. Yeah. Keep running, Nazis.
Let's do these two, cause why not? See if we can make this jump here. Nice. I don't think that saves barely any time, but it's cool to do. So we're gonna jump past this soldat here. Awesome. And then get out of here. So next we're gonna do one of the really big lore heavy chapters. This in itself is very lore heavy, and then the cutscenes after this are really long, so we're gonna be chilling for a minute.
For when I met someone special.
But what you're supposed to do is
Well, I
there's
did.
different things from BJ's childhood. This is his childhood home in Texas that you can interact with. That's supposed to sort of pad out this level, but we kind of don't care, so we're just gonna skip all of it. That is BJ's dad, by the way. That's Rip Blazkowicz. In the beginning, we started from a loaded save instead of starting a new game. This, as I said, this game is extremely lore heavy. In the beginning of this game, from when you first control BJ to versus when you load the game, is like 8 to 10 minutes worth of content. So we skip all of that because there's only like a handful of things you can actually control. So we're gonna make our way here. Basically, because Rip is the worst father alive ever of all time, he sold BJ out to the to Frau. So they've got us found out. They're gonna try and capture us. So we're gonna try our best to let that not happen.
Why did I come here? I should have run home. To you, Anya.
Youch. So unfortunately, because things can't ever be easy, that little shenanigans there resulted in BJ finally getting captured. So that's gonna be this next section of cutscenes, this next like 7-8 minutes or so. So yeah, we're gonna chill for a second. As I said, frowning awful. Because BJ is been declared a terrorist, they've been trying to capture him for the last, I don't know how long, and they finally got him. So they're gonna be going on their like victory tour, pretty much.
I'm the guy wearing the black hat.
So cool note here. So how Grace and Super Special met in the first place is that Grace was arrested for something. I don't even know what it was. Protesting. Grace was a Black Panther as well. So I think she got arrested, and Super Special was actually her lawyer. So Super Special is going to try and represent us in this trial that we're going to have.
Will you just give us some privacy, please?
So yeah, we're going to try and discuss that. Of course, BJ, the greatest hero of all time, can't let him go down like this. So they're going to try and hatch a plan, try and get him out. And we'll get to see how that pans out in the next couple of minutes.
Your trial's coming up in a couple of weeks, and after that, they're going to execute you, and that whole charade is going to be televised to every living room on the planet. So instead of that bullshit going down, we're going to break you the fuck out of here right now.
And period.
A risky plan, but the security they have around you is out of this world, so it's kind of the only play we got. All right? I mean, the hoops I had to jump through to
And
get
I'm
you,
your
and
lawyer.
I'm your fucking lawyer. That pissed me off.
I love Super Spez. He's so awesome.
Dude, is I want to make like you attacked me, and when the guard pig comes in looking for your ass, I'm gonna sneak up behind him, and I'm gonna shove this little number right in the base of his skull. I'm gonna grab his keys and his gun, and I'm gonna roll you right on out to the elevator, popping Nazis wherever they show up, straight down to the garage where Bombati and Anya and everyone else has the getaway car.
Hooray!
Okay, you ready?
Alright, so as you heard, that's the scheme. We're gonna try and get broken out of here. We're actually in like one of those like straight jacket chair things, so BJ can't move at all. They've basically just been carting him around. To begin with, he already couldn't walk, as you remember, in a wheelchair at the very first chapter of the game. So they kind of just been wheeling him around. Got a gag on him and everything. Just awful.
Alright. Once we hit the street, it's all car chases and flying bullets. They got tanks outside, man. We got some tricks up our sleeve, though. We make it that far. We make it. The hard part is getting down to the garage. Hey! Help! Help! Open the door! He's looking to attack me, man! He broke my nose, and then he got out through that door right there! Looking Terror Billy! He's on the loose! Stay back. And he had help. They came in right through that door, and they broke him out. It was space aliens, man!
Rest in peace, Super Special. Greatest last words I think I've ever heard. It was space aliens, man. Alright, so Frowing will jump scare. Of course, unfortunately, because BJ's sort of the most wanted man alive in this universe, of course, a plan like that was never going to work. So we've kind of gotten owned, I think, here. Another instance also of Frowning just being like the biggest weirdo freak alive. She's gonna do some weird stuff in a second. So yeah, I've seen so many people talk about this game like being completely unable to even decipher what is happening here. They're completely just like speechless.
That's it. How does it taste?
She's like completely serious too.
The gunpowder of the bullet that killed your friend. How does it feel? Do you love the taste? Oh.
Like completely dead serious
You hear
here.
that?
Frau Engel's like one of the most unnerving, I think, villains I've ever seen in a game.
Moving in.
She's
on your
just
friends in the garage.
10 different kinds of crazy.
So boy. They're gonna go down there now and join in on the fun.
Anya. My family.
Okay, so unfortunately that escape plan kind of didn't
Weeks
pan
pass,
out.
or more.
So
Feel myself
BJ's
slipping
unfortunately he's gonna get executed. This is
Got
the
me
end for
praying
our
for the
pal.
end.
It's game over here.
For theft and destruction of public and private property, aiding the enemy, torture, terrorism, including nuclear, both domestic and abroad, and high treason. For gruesome murders that number in the thousands, you have been found guilty, Mr. William Joseph Blaskowitz. It is rare, even for a man of my job description, to come face to face with true evil. And it pains me that the maximum sentence that I can bestow upon you is something as trivial as death. Death, Mr. Blaskowitz.
Aw, man.
Nothing but swift, sheer death.
Okay, so unfortunately we've been sentenced to death. We kind of knew that was gonna happen. There was no way we were gonna be found not guilty. So that sucks. But because we're the greatest of all time, the GOAT, we're not gonna let that slide. Okay, so now it's ball out time. So this is gonna be the sort of longest arena in the game. Basically, we're gonna break the heck out of here because we're cool like that. We're gonna fight our way through this courthouse. And take out as many Nazis as we can. So basically we're just gonna run around here, shooting all these guys. Not exactly sure what the progression checkpoints are for some of the sections here, but it is kind of a kind of semi-lengthy section here. One of the strats is to sit up there on the judge's table up there, use the assault rifle, and then just shoot from where you can see. But I find it easier to just run around. I think it's really easy to miss stuff like that. So I'm just gonna run around, makes it easier for me. So that's gonna be the first section trigger for that. So we're gonna refill our ammo. Problems gonna talk. It's gonna spawn a super soldat, so this is where we're gonna get up here, so we can shoot at him. He's gonna spawn like right here, and we're gonna just shoot at his tank here. There we go. These doors are also good. These outer doors here are gonna open. Dog is gonna spawn, so we're gonna shoot this guy. Kerbalam. Another one's gonna spawn over there. We shoot at him. It took too long to shoot at him, so he turned around. We're also going to shoot these robot dudes. I think those are another trigger for those to change. Door should open. Yeah, there we go. Door open, dog will spawn. Those will happen every time. So those are some benchmarks for this section. We're just going to run around now. I think another benchmark for this is when some more of those robot guys spawn. We'll know we'll hit the last. We know we hit the last section when 3 more of these super soldats spawn. Let's kill that guy. So after I run around here, I'm gonna go chill out by the judge's table, so we can go shoot at them from the back. Okay, there we go. So there's one. Ouch. There's another one. We'll have to kill these 3 and then we'll go this section. So that's that, and then should be one more ready to go. Thanks. Okay, baller. Okay, so that was cool. So unfortunately, as cool as that was just a dream. We were daydreaming. BJ has, of course, been found guilty. He's gonna get executed. So that sucks, right?
Cold winds of reality.
Finally spelling the end for our hero, the greatest of all time, the guy, BJ. His time has come. It is Jover. As I said, of course, BJ is like the most wanted man of all time alive. Here, so this entire thing is a very crazy spectacle. And as you can see, the Nazis have taken over the world here. We're at the Washington Monument, Washington, D.C., in front of a whole host of people. It's definitely one of the ways of all time to go out. Alright, team. This is the end. It's Jover.
We would have been so good together. Darling, you're breaking my heart.
Once again, gore warning here, by the way. We are actually going to get our head cut off, so if you're sensitive. Ouch. Well, that sucked, right? So, oh no, guys, the game's over. Oh no. So of course, because BJ is the greatest of all time, the GOAT of all time, only he could survive getting his entire head cut off. The immortal space fish. So BJ is still alive. He's got his head cut off, but you know we're chilling because we're cool like that. So Set here, who is the sort of smart guy, scientist guy here of the group, he found out a way to save BJ. So we've got this extra body here. We're gonna get our head implanted onto that body, and basically the day is gonna be saved.
Set is gonna attach this to build a connection between your head and your new body.
Yippee! He was able to do this, of course, because of Shoshana, the little cat baby, little creature. So basically, Shoshana was a cat. She was dying, though. So Set, what he did was he put her head onto the body of, I think, some type of monkey. And she was able to keep her consciousness and stay alive, which is awesome.
Blink once,
With that body, by the way, what we're going to be able to do is take one of these 3 upgrades. We've got the Constrictor Harness, the Ramshackles, and the Battle Walkers. What we're going to take for the speedrun is the Battle Walkers. They allow us to do some cool little skips without, completely glitching the game. And they're pretty cool. We're going to utilize that next couple. This is pretty much the second half of the run now. We're going to get going with these. We're going to take these. We're going to go up here. We're not going to bonk our head because that would be bad. Shoot that. I missed that. Unlucky. What you can do is you can kind of just vault your way onto there without having to do that. But we're going to fall down here. Pick up that upgrade even though we don't need it per se. We've got all the ones we could ever need.
Thank you.
So BJ's chill now. As I said before, he was kind of monologuing the whole beginning half of the game about how he was dying. He was really upset about it. I'm going to save the game here. The game can soft lock. We're going to make sure that Sigrun pops out there. Awesome. I think it's a rare soft lock that can happen there, but it did happen to me one time. I always save there just in case. What can happen if you don't let her out all the way, she really has to go to the bathroom right there for that cutscene. If you don't let her out all the way, she will soft lock the game because she won't move. And you'll have to reload save, which is really annoying. I had it happen to me in a run one time and it killed my run. Did not know that was even a thing that could happen, but it's chill.
Move fast, Blazkowicz. Radiation level is high down there.
Alright, so now we're going to make our way through Manhattan again, part 2. Basically, there's a big old bunker down here, as Grace says. We're going to hope these dogs leave me alone. Food. Okay, so what we're going to do with these Battle Walkers, so these Battle Walkers are what the different abilities... Oh, they're stuck. So what the different abilities that you could pick up there allow you to do is they allow you to approach levels from different, angles. So the Constrictor Harness allows you to go low, the Ramshackles allow you to go through, and then the Battle Walkers allow you to go high. We need the Battle Walkers because they're going to allow us to do some of the sequency break adjacent things, so chill. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make our way through this bunker. There are some cycle-related things here. We're a little bit slow here, so we might miss a couple things. Or it might be fine, I don't know. So those like fan door things, we have some cycles on there we kind of want to catch. So we're going to jump down here. I want to open this door. I think it's a blast door. Run down here, open up the other one. This way. So what we're doing down here, by the way, in the first place, is we're looking for a dossier on another resistance cell. Actually, we might be on a pretty good cycle. Nice. So usually, if you're on like the very fastest one, you'll have to sit there and wait next to that big old Panzerhund dog that breathes fire in your face. Normally you have to wait there. We didn't have to, which is pretty cool. Cash money baller, I think. So, anyway, what we're doing down here in the first place is we're trying to find a dossier on another resistance cell in New Orleans. Go here. Shoot this guy. Shoot this dog. I'm tired of dogs. We'll get this dossier here. Get out of here.
Dossier, Grace wanted.
I think the dog lived, though.
Guess that's my cue.
It doesn't matter. I think we're good.
You Nazis born in a barn. They're letting the radiation in.
Okay. So what you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to... New York is very irradiated, as previously established. So you're supposed to pick up like a gas mask there, so you can survive this, but we don't care that much, so we're just gonna live, because we're cool like that. Alright, we're into this next little section here. These little robots are gonna spawn. They're gonna spawn at every one of these legs in a big little circle. So... usually this section I would pull out the shotguns, but I don't think that should be the last one. Then our friend Bombardi's gonna show up. He's gonna pick us up.
I see you.
Helicopter.
Approaching
Get
now.
out of here. Just to see, you're not supposed to be able to live. I think on harder difficulties, the radiation will probably kill you a lot faster. But here, we're on the easiest difficulty. Can I play Daddy? It does not matter. We're chilling. Let's get this cutscene. These two guys took a stride. We're just gonna shoot him. My body got shot again. He got kind of cooked in the first game, just like that as well. But it's fine. We're chilling. So we're gonna talk to Grace.
Grace.
Of course, BJ's all excited. He's all happy. He's got his new body. He's chilling. He's raring and ready to go. So we're gonna make our way to New Orleans next, which is pretty swag. That was also, I think that's an alligator. It's either an alligator or crocodile.
Look for any kind of opening that will
I have no idea
grant you
which,
passage
but
to the
it's chill.
inside of the wall.
Christ, Captain. Not much sign of civilian life from up here. I hope we're not too late.
So basically, this place is kind of like a wasteland too, but not in the irradiated sense. This place just kind of has been under Nazi occupation.
Blazkowicz, head for the old American bank building.
Kinda sucks, yeah.
That's where Horton and his group should be holed up. Find them. Persuade them to join our cause.
So we're looking for Horton. He's the leader of this group. We're gonna do an interesting strat here. We're gonna vault over a dead body.
Big easy.
Cool. Basically, we're gonna go find him. We're gonna make our way through all the sections. We're gonna do a next little battle walker skip thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get on top of this thing. We're gonna make a quick save, just in case. We're gonna jump up here. We're gonna use our battle walkers, jump on top of this thing, then we're gonna run and jump over here, which is awesome. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to move a crane there. It's supposed to move some stuff over so you can get there. But with the battle walkers, you can just do that and save a significant amount of time. We're gonna pull out our diesel proffer because we're gonna need it in a second. Oh, it fell. That's good. Alright. Jump up here. There we go.
Sounds like someone is putting up a fight.
There we go. Nice. That was what we needed the extra ammo for. So we have some to spare. As long as we keep one bullet in this gun, we'll be fine. Ghost still so bad. Not good. Which is lucky. That's fine. Do not have the right combination of guns out. Let's chill. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, so that's Horton. He's cool. There's a cool little cutscene here. They have a whole conversation, do some funny stuff. Unfortunately, because, or I guess fortunately, I don't know, we're speedrunners, so we're just gonna skip it. So what you're supposed to have this cool dog section. But again, because we're speedrunners, we need to do things expeditiously. It's faster to just run. So we're gonna run through here the streets of New Orleans. I think it's, yeah, it's New Orleans. Do some cool stuff. I'm gonna pull out the right gun real quick. There we go. I'm not sure. Sometimes the game gets a little finicky. You can use hotkeys to pick the guns you want. Sometimes it gets finicky with that. Doesn't let you do that. Shoot this guy. There we go. Nice. So this is another cool little battle walker thing. We just kind of. Okay. We can just kind of skip through that. You're supposed to run around, do some stuff with some stairs, all types of stuff. But we're cool. So. Okay, so we're in the sewer now. We're gonna jump in here. Go here to our, okay, he wasn't in our way. Most of the time he'll be in your way. You have to shoot him, but we didn't have to there. Kindly got out of the way. Okay, we're gonna use our battle walkers to get up here. There we go. Okay. Sometimes it can be a little finicky with stuff, but it's cool for the most part.
Come in, Anya. Do you
We're gonna go to the next section here, run through some more streets.
Next stop, Lakeview District.
There's a big old robot there. We kind of don't care though, so there's not much after it.
Getting swamped here. We're standing on top of the Lakeview apartment building. So many of them. They just keep coming. So many Nazis. It never ends, does it, Captain? Can you dig it, man?
Can you dig it, man?
Out.
Billy, we've been
Make a right, make another right, and make a left. Alright, and we're gonna get to the end of this here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one of the cooler battle walker skips at the end of this. So as you see, I don't know who gave Grace the keys to the submarine, but she seems to have crashed. So we need to get back on the submarine. They've come to pick us up. So we'll go up here.
I knew you would make it.
Wyatt, Anya, help everyone get on board the U-boat. The Nazis will be all the evacuees are on board, but we can't leave. Props are stuck in the mud.
Okay,
We're
awesome.
stranded.
So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to run up the, there's like 4 different floors of that building there. You're supposed to run around them, shoot a bunch of Nazis, do a bunch of crazy stuff. But what you can do right there is use the battle walkers to kind of just skip through that. You can see we were even going so fast that the dialogue was skipping over itself because it didn't intend for us to do it that fast. So what's happening now is there's a whole exposition dump here. What's happening now is we are pretending to be an actor. What they're doing is they're making a film about BJ, and we're pretending to be an actor. They are here to impress the director. So, quick jump scare warning. Not in the like literal sense, but Hitler jump scare. So yeah, he's still alive and kicking in this universe. So yeah.
You monster! What are you going to do to me?
I will rape and murder you.
So many German innocent lives you have killed, but the German race will rise again!
Okay. So BJ's pretending to be an actor, of course, so we could get access to the new Nazi Nerve Center, new command center. In the first game, if you ever played that, one of their bases was literally on the moon. So when it came to this game, they're like, how can we top that? How can we top going to the literal moon? So in this game, what they did was they put the overcommando that we blew up earlier in the game, and they moved it to Venus. So there's a Venus colony in this game, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so BJ wasn't the only actor here that got invited. There's these other 2 dudes. I don't know this guy right here, but this guy's named Llewellyn Ewing. So yeah, and there's also that guy. It's very heavily implied that this dead guy on the floor here, it's implied to be this universe's version of Ronald Reagan, which is pretty funny. In the cutscene that we skipped earlier, one of the more famous moments from this game is he goes, "I'm from Arizona," and then gets shot dead. So, yeah. This is another one of those. This is the last one. This is another extremely long cutscene. We had to do that beginning bit, and then now we're just gonna, chill for a minute here. Because this guy's very verbose.
Mein Gott, hab ich Hunger. William Joseph Blaskowitz.
Yeah, so of course we're BJ. They're gonna do this whole presentation about who this guy is. Very completely not correct in the slightest. Very sensationalized, very propagandist take on BJ. So yeah.
Selbst als Erwachsener waren seine geistigen Fähigkeiten noch die eines Kindes. Und tatsächlich hat sie nach seiner Exekution Aufschnitten konnte man sehen, dass Jude ist.
So as we see, Hitler lays down right there. One of the cooler, actually no, probably one of the coolest things in this game is once we get up from this super long cutscene, we can actually go over there and step on him and kill him. It leads to an instant death because, of course, you know, we're in the Oberkommando here. In the interest of time, I'm not going to, but that is a thing that you can do. It's very funny.
Blaskowitz is about to plant the bombs that will massacre the German children in the orphanage. But first, he must eliminate the brave soldiers standing guard outside the school in a brutal fight scene. Mr.
Llewellyn Ewing. They can't pronounce his name at all. It's really funny.
Yeah. Why don't you start? You will each improvise a fight sequence. And once the guard is eliminated,
Of course, that guy is an actor through and through. You see him do his little exercises. This is, again, a very humorous cutscene.
Places. Und action.
He's not very locked in there.
Stop! Stop! Oh, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. I need to take a break.
Line, please.
Yeah, I need a doctor.
Line.
Your bravery is no match for a Neanderthal like myself. Besides, I only know how to fight in a dirty manner. And now, to kill all the innocent children, Germany's future.
He is so not locked in. He's tweaking, one would say. Of course, that performance there was not good enough, so... Unlucky. Finally, though, we're gonna get some action. This cutscene's finally over. It's so long, but it's our turn now. We're gonna go here, get up. Of course, what they want a real brutal take on BJ Blazkowicz. So we'll give him brutal. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna run through the Oberkommando.
I'm leaving here with your secret Odin codes.
Run through here. Basically, this game.
Show the American people what revolution looks like.
Achtung! Die Einrichtung wird angegriffen. Sofort sicher.
Gonna make our way here. I do hear a dog. Should be able to get to the escape pod before the dog gets to me. I hope I can hear it behind me. No big deal if it does, though. Unlucky. Okay. So now we're gonna take this escape pod. We're gonna go to the Venus surface. So we're gonna do another pretty cool Battle Walker skip thingy. This is also one of the cooler cutscenes in the game, low-key. I love this sequence here. Fortunately, though, we're gonna skip it. So we're breaking out of the escape pod. We're now on the Venus surface, which is really, really cool. If we had time to explore it, we would.
Brutal heat.
It's very cool.
Like time to break into the facility.
Like I said, one would wonder how they could ever top going to the moon. But I definitely think they one up themselves here with this Venus colony here. It looks awesome. Another big robot. We're just gonna run right past it though because we're good at that. We're gonna shoot here so that we're gonna shoot there just so that we'll go a little bit faster. Never make a way here. Another cool thing with the Battle Walkers is for really long ladders, you can pump up the Battle Walkers and then end up on the ladder a bit higher than you would otherwise, so you can save time on climbing. Alright, so now we're gonna see if I die or not.
There's that heat again.
Here you can get past this still down these stairs. Okay, cool. That was not the way I intended to do that, but that also works. What you can do is you can get on the railing there and just kind of run past him, or kill him, or do whatever that was that I just did. So next we're gonna do a cool little Battle Walker skip. You're supposed to go through like 3 layers of like I don't even know what you would call it. Like 3 layers of different stuff here. Here, when we use the Battle Walkers, we can just do that and skip that entire section. Saves a lot of time in this level. Here we have those scary looking dogs. I don't even know what those are. The really big dogs, the really big incredible dogs are females. I don't know what those are, but they're terrifying. That one in particularly runs at you like sideways. It's like terrifying. But otherwise, we're pulling. That skip is kind of like the last like scary thing in this game. We're gonna be like cruising from now. We've got another like 10 minutes or so. This is pretty much this is the third to last chapter in the game. We've got one more like mini chapter that's gonna take like 30 seconds, and then we'll be on to the very end of the game.
Deja vu.
Because, as I said earlier, this game likes to circle back to things, like to do things in loops. We of course ran this to the very beginning of the game. We were in the wheelchair, and we were, you know, on those elevators, which is a pretty cool callback. Okay, cool. So next we're going to do one more little battle worker thing, and I hope I don't mess this up, because this has been really finicky lately. We're going to get on top of these barrels. We're going to be enough to the left that we can jump up here, and not bonk our head, but not enough to get stuck. Did that pretty good there, though. Minimal trollage there. As I've been practicing that lately, I've been going too far to the left, and you'll get stuck in the, like, whatever it is, like this cart-looking thing. We're gonna skip past that commandant there, make our way to the end of this level here.
Welcome to the Overcommando. Population, shitload of assholes. You got my Odin codes, assholes.
Okay, cool. Go here. These two guys are gonna run this way. We're gonna open this door. There's gonna be that big ol'. I think it's a model of the planet. Which where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to make your way around. There we go. Every time I play this game casually, I'd always forget what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to shoot at the model of the planet, get under here so you can get all the way over here and get these Odin codes. These Odin codes are what control the security defenses on the Ausmerzer, a Frauenlos flying fortress ship thing. And we're going to use that to beat the crap out of her. Before that, though, it's BJ's birthday! Hooray! So there's this really fun cutscene level where you celebrate BJ's birthday. They get up to a lot of shenanigans. It's really cute. Little slice of life thing.
Where's your head at, son?
We kind of get a break from all the suffering that's kind of indicative of this entire thing. But that's all in the cutscene, though. We skipped that, though. This is what we needed the last bullet for. That was to blow that hatch open, so we could get to Wyatt down here. Wyatt's entire timeline, his entire storyline is him like tweaking. Like, I mean that so genuinely. It's kind of just him tweaking the entire time. So yeah. He kind of had another episode and he ended up down there. So yeah, now we're on to the last chapter of the game, which is pretty swag, cash money baller. Basically, as I said, this game likes to do things in loops, so we're gonna go basically where we almost started, take on the Ausmerzer again. But because we've got the upgrades from the Battle Walkers, we're gonna be able to go do this in a new and fresh way. Shoot these guys. That should be that. Okay, cool.
There are 3 different Odin control centers on the Ausmerzer. 2 of them controlling the automated defense system. The Hugin control center for the port defenses, the Munin control center for the starboard defenses. Finally, there's the Odin main control center for the ship itself.
Understood. How do we get to them?
There's a terminal concealed in the floor in the center of the room, which will open the door leading to the Hugin control center.
Cool.
Found it.
The other parts of the
So we're just
ship
gonna hang
are
out here, wait
harder
for
to
Sigrun
access
to
from your
finish
location.
explaining what we have
Bring
to do.
up the ship schematics in the terminal and see if there's a way to reach them, Anya.
William, find a Hogan control center and shut down the port defense system. I'll stay here and try to figure out a way around this ship.
Okay. Right now, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna make our way back through here backwards. We're gonna go up here. Use battle walkers. So basically, we have to find our way to these different control centers that control parts of the ship's defenses. Let's go up here. Back ahead. Here we're going to be a little bit careful. It's very easy to die here. I'm going to kill a commandant, shoot the dog. The dog can be annoying. There is a super soldat. I'm going to wait for him to be out of the way. We're going to get here. He can't kill you. We're going to stand here. We're vulnerable. We can't do anything. We should be alright though. If you don't kill enough
Well done, William. The port defense systems are offline.
If you don't kill enough of the enemies there and you leave the soldat in an unfavorable position, he'll shoot at you while you do that and you can die, which is really annoying. So as I said, we're going to make our way back through the ship backwards. Cool.
William,
Kill
I need
these
some
like
help
7
here.
guys here.
Hurry, please.
That should be that. Should be one more straggler. Where is he? There we go. There's those are initial guys, and then like one more guy that shows up later. We're gonna wait for the quick save. There we go. Okay. The quick save will be.
William, I'm in here. William, jump into the transport pod there on the other side. I've reprogrammed this to take us to the upper parts of the ship. We can reach the other Odin control centers from up there.
Okay. So now we're gonna get in this pod. As Anya said, we're gonna go up. Go find the other command center.
I love you, William.
Of course, because things cannot ever be easy. I've got a little visitor here.
It's on top of you!
Ouch. That's no problem, though. Take care of him, and we're going to make our way up to this other control center. What we're not going to do, also, is fall. We're going to shoot this. Okay. Well, what can happen there sometimes if you just troll a little bit is you can fall, which is not awesome. I've lost PB runs to that before. Just doing stupid stuff. We're gonna do the next computer. We're gonna shoot this guy so he doesn't shoot at me. This section, you have a lot lesser of a chance of dying because there's only like 2 guys in here, but it can be annoying. So now we're gonna make our way back up. I'm not gonna get stuck.
William, now that the starboard defense system is shut down, you can go back out to the troop deployment hall and climb up the robotic deployment arm. I'm outside the Odin main control center. Lots of activity in this place.
Alright, so now that we've set off the 2 different sides of the ship defenses, we're now gonna go to the main control center so we can shut everything off and go find Pharaoh and Leopard. We're gonna make our way through here. Here we're just gonna kind of run through. Okay. We're gonna go up to the very top and do what is sort of the culminating final battle. I say, as you'll see. Yeah. Cool. Dog thing was a little unlucky, but it's fine. So here we're going to switch our guns. We're going to actually use shotguns here to make my life a little bit easier. So here, shoot these guys in the back. Basically 3 waves of soldat are going to spawn. This is supposed to be like the big final battle thing, just the end of the game itself. does its own thing. So you're supposed to have this big final battle. You're supposed to fight all these Soldaten. On CIPD, the easiest difficulty. It's very easy. You fight these guys. Then these two really big, I think they're, I forget what they're called. I think they're called Zerstors. These two really big robots are supposed to come out here. You're supposed to fight them in this really dramatic battle, but we kind of don't care. We kind of want to get to the end of the game. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna run up here, and yeah, we are gonna be getting on to the end of the game. Alright, swag. So that's that. We are going to be coming up on time here very soon. We're going to make our way through the very last moments of the game here.
Let's do this. Camera 3, truck left for your wide shot.
Because of course Fraungl is sort of relishing in her, victory over BJ, and the resistance cells, she's of course on live television. Because we want to make an example out of Fraungl. Because the only good Nazi is a dead Nazi. We're gonna kill her on live television. Okay. We have a little bit of a maze here. Time is going to be when we go finally axe Fraungl in the face.
We're here with a true hero. One of the biggest names
This needs to happen up close. For you, Caroline.
Terrorists everywhere. General Engel! Yeah!
Alright. We're here.
What the hell?
And time. Yippee! Alright guys, that was Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus Glitchless, and I believe 121.25. That's pretty good, all things considered. This run was kind of scuffed, not gonna lie, but I consider it a great run. So, of course we axed Mima on the face, finally giving her what she deserves. So yeah, I'm really glad I got to show off this run. This is my first ever in-person marathon, so this has been really awesome, like I said, despite all the sort of scuff stuff. I do a couple shout-outs. I want to shout out the modern Wolf speedrunning community. The community's pretty dead, but I want to shout out my forefathers, the people who came before me to make this run even a thing. I also want to shout out my friends, the Vault 7 Slunky Fan Club crew, for putting up with me and all my shenanigans and silliness. I love you guys. And then, yeah, I also want to shout out GSA Pace for having this event, raising money for a really good cause. If you like the speedrun, I promise I'm usually a lot more competent. You can find me on twitch.tv/anarchyasf. You can also find me on Twitter/X or whatever you want to call it, also at anarchyasf, where I make funny tweets sometimes. But yeah, we have one of the coolest outros in this game, but I think that's all I have for you guys now. So again, if you like me, follow me, give me, say my praises for me. I would appreciate this. This was really scuffed, but I'm very proud of how this run turned out. So, without further ado, I think I'm good. That's all I have. So thank you guys.
Urban arts helped prepare me for college by giving me a lot of experiences working both independently and collaboratively with other people to make really cool games, and taught me how to put my all into creative projects, and that helped me put together a very strong portfolio for college.
The best part about being in the urban arts community is the people that you meet. A lot of the people here have the same interests as me, so in the future, making friends here will benefit me and them and everyone around, because we all benefit from each other by gaining skills that other people had that I may need.
arts helped me see myself differently by showing me that I can be a good leader. In the studio program, I was assigned the role as project manager, and fulfilling that role for the first time actually helped me realize that I have good leadership skills, and it really helped me to develop them.